say defund the cops. You know that? We don't say defund the cops. We need cops in the city. Do you know that? We need to be protected.
As I was saying before, Mayor Adam always said there's like 8.6 million people, but there's only like 35 million different opinions. This is one of the best projects that we have done, so a big round of applause for everyone. Yep. Most of you know my name is Ydanis. I'm the Commissioner for New York City Department of Transportation. Together we've been doing a great job. We are here today, as I said before, to celebrate the transformation of Berry Street, a street that belongs to everyone. As people use it for cars, the street also belongs for cyclists, and it also belongs to our pedestrians. While this project will provide a better experience for cyclists and pedestrians, it is also about safety for all road users. From Broadway to North 12th Street, we are redesigning every intersection. This includes creating more space for pedestrians and improving visibility for those crossing the street. We are also adapting planters, blocks, and bike racks for more bike parking. Together, we are committed to continue reimagining the use of public space. That's why every day in the city of New York, because we are widening our bike lane, because we are building more protected bike lane, we have seen in 2022 200 million bike trips. And today, as we are speaking today, New York City is having 650 bike trips every day. So more New Yorkers are using a bike, and this is not a luxury. This is not only something that should be only similar to upper class and middle class. Biking is good for the health, biking is good for the environment, and those who use the bike, they also save money as they travel through our street. This project represents the vision that we have for New York City, how we are working, especially through our team, Sean, Emily, as I said before, Eric Victor, under the leadership of Margaret for joining my first Deputy Commissioner who oversees operation. Every day we are reimagining how we use new redesigning. Together, the work that we are doing in Berry Street on redesigning our street, together with our investment that we do on our education on Vision Zero, plus also the enforcement, we are, by this day, and hopefully by the end of the year, with the lowest numbers of pedestrian fatality of the last 114 years. This is where New York City is today. A lot of work has to be done to improve, again, our bike lane. More protected lane will on the line to be built. And we have to be waiting for the end of the year to add how many miles we're doing it. But again, being here in Berry Street is a great place to celebrate how under this administration we are reimagining the use of public space and how we are dedicating more space on the street for cyclists to ride the bike, knowing that they're safe. When we do bike lane, that's important for the cyclists, but at the same time, it's better, it's safer for our pedestrians. So hoy estamos aquí celebrando el trabajo que hemos estado haciendo en esta área. Esto es un trabajo modelo que representa cómo nosotros estamos reimaginándonos, reconstruir áreas que en el pasado solamente se usaban para los carros, en este momento usándose para que los ciclistas estén más seguros y para que los peatones también. Con eso le llamo ahora al presidente aquí del condado de Brooklyn, Antonio Reynoso.
Thank you so much. My name is Antonio Reynoso, and I am the president of the greatest borough in the city of New York, which is Brooklyn. I know Ydanis is from another island somewhere out there. You got to cross some bridges to get there. No, I want to really thank our Commissioner, Ydanis Rodriguez, for this work. I think of the time when we're thinking about putting bike lanes in Prospect Park, or when we were first thinking about the plazas in Times Square. The pushback that folks got for doing those two things was immense, significantly immense. Now Jeanette Sadiq-Khan is worldwide recognition for the work that she did on plazas and bike lanes in the city of New York. It set the foundation for what we're seeing now. The city is in a position where it is just it's impossible to take on the amount of vehicles we have in an urban environment, to continue to let that grow, limit the alternatives to transportation, like our trains, our buses, cycling and walking. That's the only way that we're going to make progress in this city if we want to build economic mobility. And Ydanis, this is not easy. This is not easy. To take a street like Berry and make it into a bike highway is not easy. But it is wholly popular here in Williamsburg. Here in Williamsburg. And I say that because the news cameras just saw some what I call nonsense, right? You know why? Because it's always one voice that gets in front of the camera, and then we have these 50 voices behind supporting it. And it's exactly the way the community board did it. The community board supported this. The council members supported this. The assembly members supported this. So I want to thank Commissioner Rodriguez for listening to the people. I want to thank Transportation Alternatives and Danny Harris for the great work they did in helping organize this as well. I want to thank them. Give you a round of applause for TA and their organization. And I'm looking forward to continuing to build, as this is going to be a model for how we start building these type of highways long-term here in Brooklyn. Thank you so much, and great job, Ydanis. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonio. And by the way, I thought that we come from the same island, the Dominican Republic. Okay, so now, in order to do this project, we need partners, not only here in the city, but also at the state level. And Emily Gallagher is one of the assembly members who always stand there fighting for us in Auburn. So, Emily.
Hi, everyone. I am so thrilled to be here today with so many people who support really thinking about public space as a public good for everyone. And that means making it safe for everyone and really being able to use it for a multitude of uses. And that's what we're seeing right now on Berry Street. And I want to say that for many years, for at least 15 years, we have seen community initiatives to try to take back this space as public. On Bedford Avenue, for many years, we had Williamsburg Walks, which was transformative because people were able to see that when the entire street wasn't taken up with traffic, what it was a place where people could find, connect, and meet their neighbors. And that really was such a beautiful thing that we knew that we needed that to be permanent. Especially with all the painful changes that Williamsburg has gone through, we need more third spaces, community spaces. And public streets, like public parks, are really, really important for that community connection. And I have seen so many people meet and get to know each other. I just met the mayor of Berry Street, Gertie. Where is she at? She here? Let's get Gertie up here. Gertie is the mayor of Berry Open Street, and she is so glad that this has been transformed because we also know that there's just not enough space for our animal friends as well. So I'm really glad that we've got three beautiful dogs here to celebrate the opening of Berry Open Street as well. The final thing I want to say is that I know that Open Streets program is working for safety. This is a really amazing stat, but I know that the drop in injuries, the drop in crashes since the Open Streets began is 80%. The drop in total injuries is 70%. And this might surprise some of our friends that have recently left, but the drop in motorist injuries is 78% since the Open Streets began. So this is truly a program that is good for everyone. It is protecting motorists, it is protecting pedestrians, and it is protecting cyclists, and it's protecting animals. So, thank you very much. I am thrilled to be a part of something so transformative. And my final thought is that the real thanks goes to this group of neighbors who are volunteers and have put time, effort, and care into this work, and have dealt with a lot of nonsense that they did not deserve. So I want to thank them and thank them for their courage for standing up for community. Thanks.
Thank you, Emily. Now we will hear from the other two great colleagues, Senator Christine Gonzalez, and then our other great leaders here, Lincoln Rester.
Hi, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Thank you all so much for coming out. It is truly an honor to share this space with you. As you who want to stand up and take on that fight. So again, thank you all to every single volunteer and to every single elected official who has worked tirelessly to make this happen. So thank you all again for being here. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am so happy to be here with you all to celebrate the Berry Open Street becoming permanent. You know, it was just a few years ago, at a really scary time, at the height of the pandemic, that we were in desperate need of more open space. And one of the silver linings of this pandemic was that we reclaimed Berry Street and streets just like it all over New York as open streets for our communities. These are streets that are for people, not just for cars. And this has not been easy. Despite overwhelming community support for making the Berry Open Street permanent, there's been a lot of noise. There's been a lot of nonsense, as Emily said, and we have persevered. We persevered thanks to incredible volunteers who've been out here every day making sure that the Berry Open Street is a success, who have been helping doing street cleaning events, who've done Halloween events that have really encouraged everyone in our neighborhood to take advantage of this space. And I also really want to shout out the team from DOT. Commissioner Rodriguez. We have the best borough commissioner, Keith Bray. I don't know where Keith is hiding. But Rhonda Messer, who represents us in Greenpoint and Williamsburg, and Kyle and Emily and Sean and the InterGov team, Ricardo and Danielle, and everybody who has worked so hard to actually make this happen. This took perseverance, this took vision, and it is happening because of all of our collective work. And because of amazing elected officials. Antonio has never shied away from this. Emily believes in it deeply. Kristen's been an incredible partner. And Julia Salazar and Jennifer Gutierrez, we all care, and of course, Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez, we all care deeply about it because this is a space now where we can safely bike. This is a space now where parents and their strollers can enjoy a long walk. This is a space where we can just hang in the street and have a good time. We have retaken Berry Street for our community, and it is a beautiful, joyous thing, and I am incredibly, incredibly thankful to everybody who helped make it happen. So have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Councilmember. Now let's hear on behalf of Congressmember Nydia Velázquez. Dan.
I'm here on behalf of Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez, and Nydia Velázquez wanted to thank the community for coming together, hanging strong, and rethinking about how we use our streets. The people of Brooklyn and all of New York City deserve safe spaces for walking and biking on our streets. And this redesign of Berry Street can be a model for how we create bike boulevards, increase safety for pedestrians, better connect parks and bridges, and also still allow local vehicle traffic. You might notice from all the noise, though, that there are vehicles here. It's not a question of either or. We can coexist, and we can make safer spaces for everyone to be able to use the street. That includes people with disabilities to load and unload. There is accommodation for loading and unloading and local traffic. But the traffic is slowed down where we can, and we have access and better safety for cyclists who want to commute, maybe go up to Queens, maybe go over the Williamsburg Bridge to that other borough across the East River. I forget what it's called. But anyway, on behalf of Congresswoman Velasquez, I want to thank the community for coming together, local elected officials coming together, and our agency, DOT, for actually helping make it happen. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan. And before we take a question, do the ribbon cutting, now we'll hear from Paul from the North Brooklyn Open Street Coalition.
Hi, everyone. This is surreal. Wow. Today, we're here to celebrate this design of Berry Open Street. It's pretty remarkable. There are so many people we need to thank. The volunteers, some of which are here today. Many are not. It's pretty remarkable just how many neighbors, how many people in the neighborhood after work spend their time because they really care about making this place even better. It's an honor and a privilege to be around so many brilliant, amazing neighbors that care. Also, we can't ignore how hard DOT worked to really understand how Berry Open Street can work best for our community, and I'm very proud of that. Thank you, DOT. Thank you. We, of course, have so many other friends in the neighborhood. It's been an honor and a privilege to work with and learn about so many people in different groups in the neighborhood. And we have to thank North Brooklyn Parks Alliance particularly for helping us. North Brooklyn Mutual Aid Group, the Horticulture Society of Beta NYC, North Brooklyn TA, so many different groups helped us. And so today we're celebrating this new design of the street, but ultimately we're here to celebrate what we've now assembled, an even stronger, amazing community. And when we work together, we can really accomplish anything. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. We're going to cut the ribbon, and then we'll take questions. I know people got places to go, so we'll just cut the ribbon first. Pretty good, bro. What is... you want to cut over here? Can we pull this?